What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Jerry, and today's video will be on the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we're gonna be talking about how this team is the team of the future. And we're gonna jump right into this video. And looking at the Cleveland Cavaliers, they've been pretty impressive this season. They're sitting at 9-5, fourth in the Eastern Conference, and they've really been on the tear recently, winning 6 out of their last 7 games. And this team, looking at some of the things they're selling at, they're 7th in the NBA in assists. They love sharing the ball. These guys really love playing with each other. They're 8th in the league in defensive rating. And when it comes to points allowed, this team is 2nd behind the Denver Nuggets, only allowing 101 points. And that's pretty impressive, given in the era of basketball that we're in right now with all these great scorers in the league and the importance of the three-point ball. These guys are only allowing 101 points per game. And really, man, defense is what's been doing it for this team. All the players, the coach, they say they've embraced the underdog mentality. They said they a bunch of dogs. Like, they bark in celebration now. And, it shows on the court, man. Like, their success, it starts on the defensive end. They got 2 skyscrapers down there, and Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Good luck scoring on them in the paint down there. And then really their perimeter players are a bunch of scrappy dudes, man. A bunch of, just a bunch of dogs, man. Darius Garland, he's improved a lot defensively. You got Okoro, he's pretty good defensively. And then, Colin Sexton, I know he's, just torn his meniscus, man. That's pretty tough, but, he's a scrappy player. And then, guys like Ricky Rubio, Cedi Osman, all them guys try, pretty hard on the defensive side of the ball. So, and I say these guys, and I gave my permission to say that they're the team of the future because all these guys have the utmost, they're so fond of each other, man. They just love, like you can tell looking out there, they just love playing with each other. And I can see this group, I can see them sticking around for a while. And, the guy that sparked this, this rebuild, and I think he has these guys above schedule of their rebuild is Evan Mobley. He might not be the best player on his team as far as when it comes to like skill, but I just feel like he has the best overall impact on this Cavaliers team. And, his offensive game is pretty well. Watching him this season, I done seen him score a bunch of different ways. He's averaging 15 points, 8 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 block per game, 1.5 blocks per game. He's leading his team in blocks, and he has Jared Allen playing alongside him, so that's pretty impressive. But like I said, his offensive game is pretty impressive. I done seen him score in a multitude of ways. I done seen him take it off the dribble and score himself. I done seen him knock down a few perimeter jump shots. His post game is better than I thought. And I done seen him roll and catch some lobs. So Evan Mobley, he's gonna be able to score points. But I think the greatest asset to his game is what he can do on the defensive side. What he can do on the defensive side of the ball. Just he's a great low post defender. He is a little scrawny. He can be overpowered sometimes, but he's very athletic, so he can get a shot contest. He's a great rim protector, like I said, averaging 1.5 blocks. And the greatest thing that coaches probably love is his ability to switch. He can probably switch out on most players. He's 7 feet. His athletic ability, he's out there moving like a goddamn small forward. So, he's pretty, like, he's so, what he's doing on the defensive end of the ball. I mean, on the defensive side. The defensive side of the ball is just, ridiculous. And, people have been comparing him, defensively to guys like Kevin Garnett and Anthony Davis, because when he's out there, he's guarding the pick, he's guarding the screener and the roller at the same time. So Evan Mobley has really been impactful for this Cleveland Cavaliers team, and I cannot talk about Evan Mobley without talking about Darius Garland. These guys are slowly forming a dynamic duo. I seen a stat that Evan Mobley has 59 or 58 assisted field goals this season, and Darius Garland has accounted for more than half of those, assisted field goals. So, and, it's not no mistake that these guys are out there playing together. JB Bickerstaff, he's, staggering their minutes. They both play 35 minutes per game. And just watching them in the pick and roll, man, and the way they speak about each other, like they love playing with each other. They pit each other, in the right spots, get them they get each other the ball where they want it. And Darius Garland, man, he's making he's getting better and better after every game. Like his leadership is starting to go up. He's starting to make the right reads and the right decisions. He's having a pretty good season himself. He's averaging 17 points a game and 7 assists. And like I said, he's just he's just becoming a leader. He's doing a great job for this offense. Like I said, making the right reads in the pick and roll. He's shooting 42% from three, 48% from the field. So he's doing it pretty efficiently for a point guard. And like I said, he's just an unselfish player, and it seems these guys, love to be, they love to be, out on that court with him because he's an unselfish player. He's going to get these guys the ball in the right spot. And like I said, the thing I like about this Cavaliers team is, nobody ever takes the credit. They always, giving each other the credit. And that's just, they got a real brotherhood going on in Cleveland. And so, Darius Garland, he's been balling this season. Jared Allen, who's really young. I know these guys be feeling like they older sometimes, but Jared Allen hasn't been in the league that long, and he looks better this season. He's averaging 14 points and 11 blocks. He's only averaging one block this year. I expect that to come up. It's only been 14 games. I expect his blocks per game to shoot up. But Jared Allen, he's been on the tear recently. There's a point in each stretch of wins where he had 24 points and 16 plus rebounds in back-to-back games. That's pretty crazy to get that type of double-double. But I like Jared Allen. He's getting better around the rim. He's a great road threat, great rim protector. And it seems like he's happy in Cleveland too. I know he made those comments in the offseason about how he could have helped the Brooklyn Nets. But, I feel like he's content. He's looked content, and he looked, out there in Cleveland playing with his boys. So they got, those guys, man. Then off the bench, they have a very, very, very game-changing veteran on their bench, man. Ricky Rubio. Ricky Rubio used to be one of my favorite players, man. I used to use him. I think that was, I want to say 2K13 on the Timberwolves, man. I don't know why. I don't know what drew me to Ricky Rubio, but he was my guy on 2K13. But Rubio, he has been perfect for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's really just that guy that come in, when the offense is stagnant, and then they're having empty possessions. He come in, he directs traffic, and for when I say directs traffic, man, like that play against the Celtics when Evan Mobley had a mismatch with Schroeder. He told Mobley to post up in front of him. Marcus Smart was guarding Jared Allen, and that forced him to help, and he threw the lob to Jared Allen. That was a big play in that game. So Ricky Rubio is that type of dude, man. He's having a good year statistically for a guy off the bench. He's averaging 13 points and 7 assists per game, and we seen him go off for, I think that was 38 points, and he didn't miss a single three-pointer. So Ricky Rubio is just that veteran to help guide this young team, and he's been doing a great job with these guys so far. So they got the veteran that they need, in the locker room, who's been around the league for a pretty long time. Ricky Rubio is 31 years old. That's crazy, man. But, they got him, and, they got these young guys, and then, the rest of this team. And what's been really impressive, I forgot to say this in the beginning. The Cleveland Cavaliers have been winning these games without their, with some of their key players. Kevin Love, he's averaging 10 and 8 on this season. That's pretty solid. Lauri Markkanen, who's averaging 13 points per game. Colin Sexton has been, he's been out with his meniscus injury. So, this team is missing some of their key players, and they still been balling. So that's been pretty impressive. But, this team has other dogs on their team like Cedi Osman he was pretty huge. He had 9 points all in crunch time against the Boston Celtics in that, in that comeback. Colin Sexton, he's a dog. He's out. Or Coro, he's a dog on the defensive side of the ball. He really loves hounding people. And this Cleveland Cavaliers team, man, they've been very surprising. I knew they were going to be fun to watch. They were going to be, a tough win against a lot of teams. But to be fourth in the Eastern Conference right now, it's pretty impressive, man. But I feel like it starts with Evan Mobley. The impact he's given this team has just been, it's been on a whole different level. So I would say he's the front runner for Rookie of the Year right now. just because, you know, he got the stats and his team is winning as well. I think right now it's between him and Scotty Barnes, because these guys, you know, their play, their impact has been translating to wins for their teams, man. So, you know, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, you know, leave a thumbs up, comment down below how you feel about the Cleveland Cavaliers this year, and subscribe for more weekly content, man. We do this every week. We're going to start trying to upload more videos, man. But for right now, man, that's